Welcome to the First Pitch podcast at TUS. This podcast was created to hear from the players and staff and inform prospective students about all things sport at TUS Athlone. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Hello and welcome to the First Pitch podcast. Today I am joined by Adam Lennon, who is the Sports Scholarship Coordinator. How you doing, Adam?
Thanks for having me. No, look forward to this now.
Nice. So basically I'm going to just ask you for your own self, who is Adam Lennon?
Who is Adam Lennon? I suppose, well, we won't get real psychology on it now, but Adam Lennon, I suppose I'm mostly known for being kind of a footballer more than anything. Since September, I've taken this role and now I'm a sports scholarship coordinator, and look, that's who I am now, and I suppose we'll keep rolling with that.
Nice. And you do have a background in sports as well. You played soccer.
Yeah, no, so grew up, would have played kind of underage with my local club Hudson Bay, progressed on kind of ADSL stuff, then obviously after the Kennedy Cup there was kind of a natural progression into Athlone Town, and look, when I went in there, kind of everything kicked on for me, became an Irish underage international and made my senior debut for Athlone 2 weeks after my 17th birthday. So really everything kind of from 14 to 17, everything just kind of followed on and spiraled for me and for the better, I suppose.
Oh, that's deadly. So how did you feel like going into a senior team in Athlone at the age of 17?
I suppose, when it's your own club and you're from the town, it is nerve-wracking because you know the kind of history behind stuff, you know everyone in the stand, when you walk through town you're going to meet everyone, but look, it's always exciting when you get called up and when the manager says you're playing and stuff, you're over the moon. But for me, it was just an honour, I suppose, to make my debut and then play so many games for them.
Nice. And then from that you got a move to UCD and
Yes, so I went to UCD on a sports scholarship, and I suppose that's where kind of it helps in the role that I'm in now within the college. So got a sports scholarship to UCD for soccer, played with UCD for 1.5 years, then signed for Treaty signed back for Athlone, then signed for Treaty. Yeah, more clubs than Tiger Woods, but anyway, but I suppose that the kind of sports scholarship in UCD really has helped me in maintaining the role here and trying to improve the scholarships into US.
Yeah. So you said you went to Treaty. That's in Limerick.
Limerick, yeah.
How did you find that, like packing up everything that you've known here in Athlone and moving to Limerick for Treaty?
I suppose for me it was a bit different because I actually commuted, and I'd never lived further than 10 minutes away from the training ground, because when I obviously lived in UCD for college and for football, so it was different. Usually I was walking to training or hopping in the car for 5 minutes, but having to drive an hour and a half was a bit of a different for me.
Killer.
I wouldn't say a killer, but no, it was enjoyable to be fair. Good carpool and karaoke makes it all worthwhile.
Go-to song?
We'll leave it there.
Fair enough. So you said there, you briefly said it, you represented Ireland underage. Like, how did that feel, getting that call? What were you doing when you got the call?
I suppose my first kind of call up was with the 16s, and originally I was actually on standby for it. And when you're on standby, you're kind of going, oh, they don't really want me, this kind of crack. And then I just remember I was in TY at the time, and I got called to go to reception. And, I was kind of like, geez, something wrong or whatever. And my father's waiting there at reception. Then I was like, oh, geez, something definitely is wrong. And then he goes, where's your suitcase? And I was kind of like, why? And he was like, you're going to Budapest on Monday. So literally, Friday you're in school and you're kind of feeling sorry for yourself, and to Friday afternoon going, oh my God, where's my passport? And I have to go here now. And like, look, they're trips of a lifetime, and it is really an honour to represent your country. Yeah.
So when you put on the jersey for the first time, going in and seeing your name on the back of the jersey, how did that feel?
I suppose it's kind of a weird mix of emotions. Like, my father would have played underage for Ireland and stuff, so I'm listening to stories of him playing, and you're kind of seeing all your friends and stuff that are a bit older than you, because there was actually one or two from Athlone that have played, and so you're kind of looking at them going, that'd be class, like. And then you're sitting there and you're in the dressing room before the game, and you're going, this is actually happening. It is really a surreal experience.
Yeah. And you have 3 appearances on your name, 3 caps.
Yeah, 3 caps. So I've 2 with the 16s and 1 with the 18s. So yeah, Hungary twice and against Australia.
Nice. So that's obviously, like, you've a lot of, for such a young age, such a big experience in, like, soccer. So you're able to translate that into, like, your scholarship, into your role here in TUS.
Yeah, I suppose for me, like, I started school young. I kind of finished college young. Like, I'm 21 years of age, 22 this year. Like, to be honest, I probably have more experience than I should have for the age I am, but it really does help. Like, not only for the soccer, but for every sport, because when I'm dealing with a student athlete in the college, I have the experience. I can sit down and be like, look, this is not necessarily you have to do what I did to get by, but look, here is a sample of what I did. You don't have to follow it, but it's a case of, yeah, like, look, I feel your pain, or, I know the highs and I know the lows.
Yeah. It's good to get that kind of insight for students as well, like current students, just to see, like, that it's, you understand, you know where they're coming from.
Yeah, no, absolutely, especially with the way things are nowadays, like, modern kind of sport and this kind of student athlete lifestyle and the mental health around it, it's a lot different to what it was maybe 10 years ago. So for me, having the experience of it just gone by in the past 3 or 4 years, I can really, just really connect with them on a kind of personal level, because, everyone you're known for your sport. And it can be hard being known for just a sport, so you kind of have to get to know the identity behind the sport rather than just you need to know the person rather than, oh, it's the athlete, they play for such and such or whatever. But yeah, you really need to get that connection with them.
Nice. So, like, over in, like, TUS Sport, in the sports department, like, over scholarships, what would, like, a typical day in the life be for you?
I suppose it depends at the time of year. September, October time, you're especially kind of this year, I'm trying to get kind of ahead of the schedule now, just because I was kind of late coming in. But for September to October, it was, you're looking at researching every applicant. There was 200 or so applicants, so I'm literally going, checking all the references, trying to know exactly who everyone is, looking at the original, people who's already been in the college for maybe 2 or 3 years. But it's very much you're sitting down, and then after that you're trying to just organize them, make sure that they have the right supports around them. For me, like, we got, especially first semester, there was a lot of nutrition. We had a sports psychologist in, so trying to come up with ideas and come up with plans to implement the sports we have.
Nice. And so, like, when applying for, like, students that might be in 6th year listening to this, like, how can they go about applying for a scholarship?
I suppose it's actually very simple nowadays. You Google TUS Sport Scholarships, the link will bring you right there. I know when you actually bring up the page, there's like 4 options, and one of them is the Athlone Sport Scholarships. All it is putting in your details. You get a confirmation email, and that information is, sent straight to me, and I'm reviewing it straight away. Literally every application, I can look at my phone now and I have every application for this year or next year, 24, 25, on my phone or on the laptop. So, like, people often think that when you're submitting information that's just lost, but we really are truly looking at every single thing. But not only that, we have an elite entry scheme. So through the CEO, you can apply, and it can be a maximum for any level 7 or 8 course. We can give a maximum of 50 points off. So that is one thing that we're really trying to push this year, because, look, not every athlete is a brain box, and it can be very difficult to balance, especially in secondary school with all the stresses and everything that might be going on. So sometimes you might need that little point booster to help you out.
It's kind of like a game as well, though. Like, on the day of the leaving cert, it might not go your way.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, no, absolutely. Look, there's some absolute geniuses out there that, whether it be nerves or whether it be just the actual sitting down and writing for 2 hours or whatever it is, or like I'm really good at maths but I'm not good at English. So for in many respects, like the leaving cert doesn't suit everyone. So sometimes that they might need a little boost to just get them over the line.
Yeah, nice. So like you obviously went in there just one of the scholarships that you said was 4. What are the other 3?
Oh, the links online. So there will be literally it's just all the information. So all the links. So if you want to know anything about the college, so we have the link for just say Athlone, apply for a scholarship. But other than that, you have your information on your points waiver scheme. You have information on the facilities. So literally everything is there. And I always say that you can contact me or you can contact Gordon in the sports department, or literally any of the, you have Kieran, you have Colin, you have John. We're always, like, the phones are never off really. Like we work around the clock. There's no such thing as a 9 to 5. You're always kind of on the clock as such. But look, we're always happy to answer any queries or questions that people may have.
Nice. And so kind of when an application comes through for you and they're filling it out, how does one like stand out to you?
I suppose a lot of people might think it is the simple fact, like if we have a couple of students now, play for Ireland, obviously when you get that in, you're going, oh wow, like that's pretty impressive. But it's, for me, it's all about the contribution that someone makes to a sport. Like, I have people on scholarship that they mightn't be the best athletes, but the contribution they've made to, whether it be a sports club in TUS, whether it be their own club, because like we are doing the research and we do contact coaches. And look, sometimes if you are, helping out a local club and you're really playing your part, it doesn't matter if you're the best player on the team. If you're willing to put 110% into that's it. We want to see not only people that are the best athletes, but people that are trying to be the best athletes, if you get me.
Yeah, no, I actually do get you. Good insight. So like when they're successful with scholarship and all that, like what benefits comes with their scholarship here in TUS?
So in TUS Midlands, I have to say, because we kind of ourselves and Midwest work off 2 different systems. So for us, we work on a goal level and an academy level. So your goal to get, the only real difference is to kind of get more 1-to-1. So just say, for example, the sports psychology, we brought the academy in on kind of a group setting, and they did group exercises, whereas the goal came in and got 1-to-1 kind of sit down. And that was, but I always say there isn't really a difference, because you're still getting the same support, and that, if you really do need that extra bit, we will provide it for you, whether you're on the academy or goal. But to be honest, the only real difference is that the goal get €1,000 athletic development fund. So that could be from special treatment with physiotherapists. That could be for, health screenings, testing, whatever that might be, that the athlete, to further develop them. A lot of the kind of athletics crowd would use it for warm weather training camps. So, we always say, not boots don't make you better, but we still get the questions every now and then, can I buy boots? But no. But yeah, that's really it, to be honest. It's, we give the nutrition support, we give the psychology support, we give the academic support if it's there, or if it's needed, should I say. There's the physiotherapist on campus, so everything's there. And the kind of main difference, I'd always say, from my own experience at UCD is, the kind of relationship that we can build up among our student athletes. Like, we've such a small pool compared to the large universities, and people often say, oh yeah, I want to go to UCD, I want to go to DCU, I want to go to these places. But the difference and the kind of real thing I've found since I was here, the TUS, like the kind of 1-to-1 connection you can make with people is different. You're more at home. It's more of like a family, like a sport family, than anything. Like when you're just a number in a big university, you're not really, you're not looked after, but there's always someone more elite, or there's always kind of, there's always that tension or that kind of fight for your place. But especially here, I find that it's more of a family feel, and kind of you can get to know people better.
Yeah, as well as the facilities here, are like state of the art, like gym.
Like, look, the facilities here are outrageous for what they are, and look, we're in the middle of the country. There's, an hour to everywhere. I always say, Barry, if you're going obviously Donegal or Cork, but like you have the indoor track, you have the high performance gym, you have even the public gym itself is world class. New AstroTurf put in 4G, 2 Gala pitches. Like the amount of inter-county teams we nearly have to turn away because of the demand on it, and Connacht Rugby often look to come in, and look, there's so much potential here, and there's already so much going on, and this place is only going to get bigger and better, I suppose.
Nice. So for anybody here who has questions, how can they get in contact with you?
I suppose the easiest way is my email, adam.lennon@tus.ie. I'm always sitting at the desk looking at it, so that's where you'll find me most days. And I suppose if anyone has any questions, to just fire me an email straight away.
Perfect. Yeah, Adam, thank you very much for coming on, giving a really good insight, and hopefully your inbox is going to be full of applications now.
It already is, to be honest. But thanks a million for having me on, Ron.